doing what Dr. Tracy said. She has a lot of manuscripts and they're hidden away, because it's not an overnight thing. You have to put a lot of work into it, and you have to get out there and you have to hustle and talk to people and get at events and market your own book, and it takes a lot of work. Now, if you have the money to let other people market it for you, that's fine. What I have found is that through my speaking engagements, that has gotten my book out. That's where I make my most money, is when I go to different, I'm a panelist somewhere, or if I speak somewhere, I always tell them, okay, can I bring my product with me? And so I sell that way. I have my books on Amazon, but Amazon only pays you every quarter. So you can't get money like that from them. So if you sell so many books, you have to wait every quarter before they pay you. They only pay out every quarter. So you have to wait until they send you your check for your books, and then they have to get their portion up of it, of course. So it works a lot better a lot of times if you do events, go to events to, sell your book and set up, and just let people know what it's all about. Marketing, which I kind of put that out there, it takes a lot to market a book. If you have good following, that's good. I always tell people, and I'm not going to get to it, if family and friends, make them the last people that you try to sell to again, the very last, because they're going to be like, oh, you got this new book? Or they'll be like, oh,
you'll get it free?
We'll be there, yeah. Can I read it first? So those are going to be the last people. Don't get upset with them. You have to understand, a lot of times, your family and friends do not understand the vision. And it's not for them to understand the vision. So don't put them at the last to invite them to anything about your book, your product, whatever, because they don't understand the vision. And so you have to get out there to other people a lot of times first and get them to support it. Then after they see everyone talking, and somebody come up to them and say your name, and they'll be like, hey, that's my cousin. Yeah. And then when they call you, be like, hey, somebody talked to me there about your book. So what was that book about that you wrote? That's how they do. You gotta love them. Okay, for our content, you need to know what your book is going to be about. Is it going to be fiction, non-fiction? Are you going to write poems? Is it going to be a spiritual book, secular? Is it going to be a series? Are you going to start off with one book and then make it more? Like with the Avengers, they say that they have a series. They start off with one, then they go with two, then they go three, and then they add people more and more. So know what it is you want to do. Is it going to be a children's book? With a children's book, you're going to have to get an illustrator, more than likely, because children are not going to just look at books for words. So there's a lot more to it. Is that what you want to do? When you have a book, you need to know, will it help someone? Will it help them with struggle? Will it teach them something? And what language will it be in? Not everyone's just writing books in English. You might want to venture out and write books in other languages. So these are things you need to think about when you're thinking about writing your book and publishing it. I went to an event, it was in Huntsville, Alabama, and it was a lady there who wrote a book of poems. And I was like, wow, okay. And her poems they were really nice, and she also did what they do, those, I can't think of the settings when they go in and everybody talk about, read their poems off and do them, and then snap the fingers and all that stuff like that. But I went to one of those, and she was there with it, and it was really nice. And she had a whole book full of poems. She said she had been writing them for over 10 years. Wow. And somebody told her to put them in a book form. Wow. And it was really, really nice. And so at that time, I had been writing books, but I never thought about just, a book of poems. You don't see a lot of that lately. I remember when I was in school, we did used to see a lot, Langston Hughes and different people who wrote poems. But now you don't see a lot of people who write poems. I'm like, where are the poem writers at? People still need poems to encourage them. You don't have to write a whole book out to do that. When you're writing your book, don't think it has to be 300 pages. It doesn't. Now, in order to start off to get it published, it does need to at least be 30 pages. But just know it doesn't. Some people are like, oh, well, I got all this written out, but that's not enough. I can't put it out yet. Don't think like that. You don't have to have 200 or 300 page book. And to tell you the truth, people don't read like that anymore. You have a handful of people that read books with 200 or 300 pages. They skim through it. Yeah. I'm going to read the first of this chapter, I'm going to read the next of this chapter, So in our, I guess I say in our society today, you want to make it available to them that they want to read it and they want to get it out there. One of the things we'll go through is talking about ebooks, because that's the thing that's going now. People like to get on their computer and they like to get a Kindle and they want to read it that way. They don't want the paperback books. They want to do an ebook. And so you have to think about that. Every time you publish a book, you need to do an ebook because it's what's going right now. Especially with our millennials, they don't do paperback. It's like they'll look it up. Is it on Google? Where can I see it at? You know, that's just how they are. They're not going to pick up a book, you know. And unfortunately, even with the school districts, I don't even like the way they do read it now. You know, they have the kids at the computer. You read a story. You take a test afterwards. It's just something about when we used to sit in that circle and in the classroom, and everybody had to take a turn and read. I still believe that works. I still believe it works. I remember with my kids, I went to a thrift store and found some old Dick and Jane books. Wow. And that's how I taught my kids to read. And all of them were reading by the age of 4. Because I went through the Dick and Jane books and had them start reading those books. Those were the books that taught you to read. How they do it now, and you know, I don't know. I guess it works for some of them, but I don't think a lot of kids get it.
I remember this. Run,
yeah.
Susan Dick Betty.
Yeah.
Nobody like my dogs aren't named Flip.
Yeah.
Nobody like named Betty.
Run, Jane, run. Get the ball.
Yeah. Nobody in my family's named Jane.
Yeah. And so, with our writing sessions, session 1 and 2. Session 1, we're going to talk about writing a book, editing, because your book needs to be edited. You may read through it and it looks okay, but somebody else needs to read through it and say, no, we need to change this. That wasn't even spelled right, you know. So you need someone to edit it, and we're going to talk about how you can get someone to edit your book and how to do that. Title. The title of the book needs to catch the person's attention. You know, you have to have something to be like, oh, what is that book about? You know, so you want to make sure you do that. Your cover needs to catch their attention. Going through different courses,